So last week Warehouse released their collaboration with the designer brand Shrimps. They're the ones that do those beaded bags that are all over Instagram. If you've been on Instagram for like more than 5 seconds, you will have seen them. I quite liked a lot of the collection. It's very like retro and summer inspired and just had everything that I generally gravitate towards in summer. Like it had gingham, it had white embroidery. It had a lot going on that I liked. It also had some stuff going on that I didn't like. There's a lot of bucket hats. Can that trend die now? But the point is, I was drawn to it and I wanted to pick up some things from the collection, so I bought a few things to try on. So this is like a mini Shrimps times Warehouse. I think they're calling it like Wear Shrimps. I don't really know. It's a mini haul of this. I've only just opened the package, so these are my first impressions, and I'll start with what I'm wearing because this is one of the dresses from the collection. This is a white midi dress. I'll try and stand on my tiptoes so maybe you can see midi. See, it's a shirt dress and it is just white with these embroidered daisies on it. It has pockets, although I can't utilise them at the moment because they're sewn up. This is the most expensive thing from the collection, I believe. This is like £100, and based on that I kind of already know that I'm not keeping it. I was just intrigued by it and I wanted to see what it looked like in real life because it felt like a very me item on the website. I love midi length dresses in the summer. I just think they look quite chic, and I like silhouettes like this where they come in at the waist and then flow out. I just find them very flattering, and I love white dresses and I love embroidery, so it had a lot going on that I thought I would like. However, having just opened it and obviously just trying it on now, I honestly do not think it's worth that price tag. For starters, when I opened it up there were some loose threads on it, which for £100 there really shouldn't be. It's also a very, very thin fabric. Like, I don't know, I am wearing nude coloured underwear, so I don't know if you can see through it right now, but it is essentially see-through. Like, you would have to be very careful with what underwear you are wearing with this. I'm also not a huge fan of the fit. This is the smallest size. I deliberately sized down because I wanted it to be tight around the bust, and I have no bust, so I knew I wanted it to be quite tight, and I mean there's a lot of excess fabric here. Though having read reviews online, a lot of people say that this part of the dress comes up small on them, so if you are bustier, just bear that in mind. It's not a problem I will ever have to deal with, unfortunately, and I just don't feel like it's very flattering because of that. And I'm not going to pay £100 to then have to take a dress to the tailor's in order to get it fit. It's not worth it. I mean, it's nice, but also looking at it on, it feels a bit too twee and I feel a bit too 1950s housewife in it. I also just want to say that there is also a denim version of this, which I actually kind of preferred because it had like diamante daisy buttons going down the front, which I really liked, but I thought that the denim would be a bit too dark on me. Now for the price of this, I expected there to be a similar sort of button detail. I knew it wasn't going to be the same because I could see that it wasn't from the preview pics, but I thought that perhaps the buttons would at least be daisy shaped, but they're not. They're just bog standard buttons. So the only thing you're paying for really with this dress is the embroidery. I just think it's quite a pricey dress for just this detail, personally. So the next thing that I picked up is this Bardot top. It's like a smocked top with kind of like a frill edge. It's in this green gingham, which I don't know if you'll be able to tell from far away, but it's a green gingham, and that's kind of why I picked it up, because I really liked the print. I really wanted to see what kind of colour the green was in the gingham. I didn't know whether it would be like a super bright neon green and not something I would be into, but actually I'm pleased to report it's quite a nice kind of spring green. However, the top, I'm again not a huge fan of. I don't know if it's just because I'm not used to Bardot style tops, but I feel incredibly restricted in this. Like, I can barely move my arms. It's an odd fit. It feels very tight around my shoulders but very loose everywhere else, and there's like this excess kind of fabric just around my armpit, which is, but I can't, if I wear it any higher then it's not, does that look better? I don't know. But also, so I've tucked it in. I've just put it on with a denim skirt because this is probably how I would wear something like this. But the top itself, like if I pull it out, it just kind of like Obviously the skirt's on underneath, but it just ruches in some weird areas and doesn't look that flattering. So this one is another hard no, but this one is one of the more affordable pieces from the collection. I think this was around £35. The print is really nice though. I do really like this gingham print, and I wish I'd picked up something else in this print, but I'm not a huge fan of this top. So this blouse is the final clothing item that I have. The rest of the things that I picked up were accessories, and I've just styled it with this blue skirt again because, again, I already know that it's a hard no from me. It just doesn't fit right, and I kind of suspected that from the dress because it's a similar sort of button-up style, has the same kind of sleeve detail, it's just in shirt form. So the fact that that didn't fit me on the top, I kind of knew that this wouldn't. It's a shame though, because out of the 3 clothing pieces that I bought, this I think is actually the nicest. The material feels really nice and like slinky. It's a viscose material, but it feels like, I don't know, really soft. It has a kind of silky feel to it, though obviously it's not silk. What I like about this is that it's kind of like a Hawaiian shirt but with a feminine twist. However, that feminine twist are again these sleeves, and this is where it doesn't fit me properly, and I think without this looking kind of bunched and like a more feminine silhouette, it just, I may as well just wear a Hawaiian shirt. But I do like the print on it. It's like just this sea print, and as I say, the material is really nice. It doesn't fit, and even though again this is one of the cheaper clothing items, this one was £35, if it doesn't fit, it's still not worth that amount of money. Like, if I don't feel good in it, which I don't because it feels oversized, then I won't wear it, and if I don't wear it then there's no point in keeping it. I'm going to bring you a bit closer now so we can go through the accessories. Hopefully I'll have more luck with those, although if I don't, I guess at least I'll have more money. Okay, so the first accessory is this straw hat. It has the same embroidered detail as the dress. This, I mean, I have no idea how it looks on my head right now because I don't have a viewfinder flip screen thing, but I can feel that it probably doesn't look great. Am I right? I mean, the tag is obviously really adding to the look here. I have a pretty small head, so a lot of hats don't fit me, and I look like a Muppet in a lot of hats. I'm gonna go and look in my mirror and see if I look like one in this. 2 seconds. Okay, actually it doesn't look as horrific as I expected it to. It actually kind of looks okay. It definitely is too big, like I can fit quite a few fingers underneath along with my head, so it could definitely be tighter, but I have looked much worse in hats, in all fairness, so this isn't doing too badly. It has, can you see the back? But I think on the whole, this one looks okay. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Do I look like a Muppet? Because I love the Muppets, but I don't really want to look like one. Okay, yeah, actually this one is definitely too big, and I think it's gonna have to go back, which I actually am quite sad about because I do really like it, but just look at that. I mean, it could be a look, but I don't think it's the look. So they also did a little like mini jewellery collection, and all of the jewellery kind of matches each other, so they're all like diamante daisies, and I really like the look of these hoop earrings, which are kind of noisy, but I wanted to see what they look like in person because they look like they would be heavy, and they are, but I clearly didn't like read the description properly because these are actually clip-on earrings. I do like the look of these, like I like how 60s and retro they feel. They are kind of pinching my ears. I think if I keep these, I definitely can't wear them for long periods of time. Either that or maybe my ears will just get used to them, but this is what they look like. I actually think that because they're clip-ons, I'm kind of more likely to keep them. If they were just normal earrings, I would worry that they would weigh my ear down and like pull at my piercing. In all fairness, this is a clever design, but could take some getting used to. I really like these. They're just like the diamante daisies, I think. It's a little bit blingy, but still spring summer appropriate and still kind of retro and cool, but also like you're ready to disco, you know? They had a necklace as well, which I really liked, but that was 40 quid. These were 20, and they do have another pair that's 15, so they have some like fairly reasonable prices. I like these a lot. Finally, we've got to something good, and luckily it's one of the cheapest things from the entire collection. Certainly like the cheapest thing that I bought, so I'm pretty happy with that. I like these a lot. Okay, so this headband is the final thing. So again, it has those Diamante daisies. It's also kind of like a broderie on glaze band, just with the jewels on top. I don't know, it's giving me mixed signals. It looked really cute on the model, like she has this huge mane of blonde curly hair and it just looked so cute, and she's wearing it in a ton of the promotional pictures and I just really loved it. But putting it on me, I'm not sure. I can't, half of me likes it and half of me really doesn't. I feel quite conflicted on this one. I think because it has like such a big band. I don't know as well if it's just like my hair is, I've only just washed my hair today, so it is quite flat at the top at the moment. So maybe if it was a bit bushier, it would look a bit better. It feels kind of Tudor-esque and I quite like that. Like I'm in a period piece, but at the same time that's also what I don't like about it. This one was also 20, I want to say 20-25, so not cheap for a headband, but it just looks so cute on her. I don't think it looks as cute on me. What do you think? I feel like I need an opinion on this one. I don't need an opinion on anything else. Pretty much everything else is going back, but what I'm definitely keeping are these earrings. I've like definitely grown smitten with them, which I'm really glad about, because they're sort of the accessories are the one thing of the entire collection that I really loved. So I'm glad that I found one that works. I really wish the hat did, but it's definitely too big. And I really wish this shirt did, this blouse, because I really love the print and the colours on it. I think actually it's really flattering against my skin tone, but the sleeves are just not doing it for me. That's my little mini haul. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know about the headband. I'll see you very soon. Bye!